So a big part about being over 40 with ADHD is that it's really hard to get those dopamine hits. So there's been some terms out there, they're trending, like the dopamine hole, which essentially I think is just not having the dopamine, which is a natural thing as you get older. And it's even worse when you have ADHD. It's hard to get those dopamine hits. And that's why we can be so impulsive, is because we're looking for those instant gratification moments, kind of like a drug addict would. And, so we are looking for things. So like Amazon's an example, like, ooh, I'm gonna buy that. And it makes you feel good and you're like, why did I buy that? Or I'm gonna eat a bunch of cookies, and they taste so incredibly good, but then you feel gross afterwards. Or maybe it is drugs and alcohol. I don't know if you guys know, but we are a lot more prone to drugs and alcohol. I spent over 10 years in addiction myself. So what we have to do is we have to look for these natural ways to get these dopamine hits. And usually it's not what we think, because the ADHD wants quick things, like I said, that instant gratification. So we're not really too prone to understand the long game, because the long game is something that we don't understand very well, because it requires steps, right? And us people with poor executive function don't see all the steps along the way. So bear with me, I'm gonna show you some things that are gonna help you with this. And I'm gonna put my head in the front there. And so like, when it comes to helping this, you have to learn, like, this is your nervous system that's being affected. So like, if you are constantly going for huge hits of dopamine, you're gonna be constantly crashing. Another really good example of this is being on your phone or gaming or just scrolling through social media and TikTok nonstop. Shorts are terrible for this dopamine hit that you're looking for. And eventually you're gonna feel worn out. You'll be worn out in your head, but not your body. And comment below if you know what I'm talking about here. So for myself, I've had to find things that I'm interested in, something that I have passion in. Myself, I really love AI, so I add AI to every little thing that I do that I don't like as much as I can. Like my work, I work as a professional counselor. I use AI locally on my computer to help me organize things. So I build these systems, which makes me more interested in the boring work. So you see what I do there? I kind of gamify things. And look up gamification, that helps a lot. And also I'm a big part of the school platform. Like that's a big part of what I'm trying to do in helping people, because school platform gamifies. So it's like really good for ADHD brains. And I will be putting a link in my description on my channel page. I'm even gonna put a QR code here that you can scan if you're on your TV, or just use Google Lens on your device. And I offer a lot of free stuff over there, a lot of really cool stuff. It's not a funnel, I'm not trying to scam you. There's actually just a lot of good value over there that you'll get. You get more there than you'd ever get in a Facebook community. Anyway, so a good way to get your dopamine levels back to normal, if you're somebody especially that spends a lot of time on TikTok or shorts, or looking like gambling or something, which is terrible, you've got to put that stuff down. Maybe you got to get somebody to help you. Say, hey, you need to take my phone for a bit, or I need to get away from this stuff. You got to get out into the weather like I am today. I'm out here with my 5-year-old who's allowed me to film this video, and then right after this I'm gonna go play with her. I'm doing this for both her and for some selfish reasons. Like, I know that I need to get away from things, but I also really love her. And so I kind of give my brain a reason to do this, something that I'm passionate about. I want her to have a good dad, right? So that gives me that drive to do this. But I also said to myself, wow, it's a beautiful day, the lighting's great, I can go outside and shoot a video. So there's my little gamification, or my little motivation that's gonna help my brain want to do this. So if you see what I'm saying here, attach things to boring things or things that don't feel interesting in your brain so you can actually do them. And then you also gotta take time to detox your brain. That's what I'm talking about, is the dopamine detox. Like when I was saying, put your phone away, or get somebody to hold on to it for the day, right? You gotta do some different things to actually help yourself recharge and stabilize and come back to another level. Maybe you enjoy coloring. I love painting and coloring. I don't do it enough because my brain's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to watch TV, or I want to play God of War. But no, mindful coloring, like adult coloring, or or coloring. Get yourself some really cool markers or something, like acrylic markers, and just draw and color and let yourself get lost in it for a while. It's so good for the brain, and it's getting you away from that dopamine hit or that dopamine addiction, right? So I share a ton of different stuff for you, and I have a ton for free. All you have to do is ask me, and I will share it with you, so you will be able to get a handle on this dopamine addiction in a way, right? So you can not feel so tired anymore, so you cannot have so much brain fog anymore, so you can actually achieve things when you're over 40. Because honestly, I've really started hitting some momentum here. My hyper focus is balanced, like I'm actually able to control it for the most part nowadays. And if you want to learn how to do that, come to my community. Like I say, my link is in the description, and I'll put it in comments pinned as well. And hopefully this helps.